From Rixie, this is Debuff, and I'm your host, Steve Skeels.
Wacky slash.
All right. Welcome back to Debuff. Thanks for joining us again. As always, got Sean and Mason here talking about, this and that.
It's worth noting that we're recording this not on our usual time.
No, it's a Saturday. We're gonna be we're gonna be recording again on Monday.
So the people are seeing this. Well,
we'll see it on Monday, the day we're recording.
On Monday, but we recorded it like essentially 36 hours before you're seeing it. So
this will be the most recent episode
this
ever.
This is about as recent as it's gonna get.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. We'll probably talk about the same shit in the next episode, So.
And if we kept it, the sound effects
have a massive
like
reverb,
a huge.
Yeah, it's
reverb.
It's pretty ridiculous.
You stupid.
Can I just start by saying something that happened to me this week that pissed me off?
Go for
it. So
I'm pissed off already.
When New Leaf came out, Animal Crossing New Leaf came out, they had this Sanrio Animal Crossing pack of 6 cards. You buy a pack and it's 2 cards. There's 6 in total. And they were a limited run of cards.
They're Amiibo cards.
Amiibo cards,
you missed out on that.
Sorry.
Get items and stuff using them, right?
Yep. So you could scan them into Animal Crossing New Leaf, get exclusive like Hello Kitty items inside of your Animal Crossing game. Very cool idea.
Worth noting, Sean's daughter loves Hello Kitty, or at least did. She's still kind of into it.
And does love Animal Crossing. So when I found out about the cards after we got New Leaf, I tried to buy a set. Couldn't get any of the unopened packs. The sets were like $300 for 6 cards on eBay for a genuine set. So a while back, Nintendo said, hey, we're going to re-release these 6 cards. Target is the exclusive seller.
Yes.
Friday, 9 a.m., I go to try and buy the cards. When they come out, you can only order them online for in-store pickup or, where you drive up in your car and get it delivered to you. 9:01, the cards are fucking sold out. Like, all gone. I tried like 7 times to fucking buy the cards. It said they were in stock. You would say there's a problem with your order. I tried like 7 to 10 times trying to order these fucking cards, dude. And I don't think they're going to release them again.
I will
I don't think they're going to print them again.
They might. You don't know. I mean, is it one day they're doing it? I mean, they might have more come in stock. I feel like it's not a one-shot thing, but I do want to say, I meant to send this to you earlier, but on TikTok, I'll see if I can find it to send you later, but there's a dude that was talking about this, and he said what you said, that everywhere they were sold out in like a minute. But what's even worse is that the people that did end up buying them within that first minute, apparently some people were saying when they went to the store to pick them up, they were like, oh, we actually don't have any in stock, even though they already purchased them through the app. And he said, I don't know if it's all the stores, but what he had seen, some people said that they apparently did put them on the shelves and had people come in and could just buy them, even though they were supposed to only be sold online. So even people that got in that first minute and purchased them didn't get them because some of them were sold on the shelves. So
yeah, so they go for $50 to $60 on eBay right now.
And then the worst part about it is that people that did go and buy them are probably just selling them marked up.
Yeah,
scalpers, man, fuck them.
It really sucks. I mean, because I feel like that's just been this past year or so. It's like people trying to buy something and not being able to, and like, I don't know. I think of PS5. I think of the NVIDIA chips. It's like everything. It's like, good luck.
Yeah.
You're not going to get them.
I do want to correct myself. I guess all 6 cards are included in a pack. It's not only 2 cards. I did just say that. But I did try and get 2 of them, which is maybe, a little fucked up. But I thought there were genuinely 2 cards in each pack. So
regardless, I mean, even if you bought 2, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, when they announced this, I've been waiting for the day, and then fucking, I guess everyone in Culpeper was too, or I was bots, dude. I mean, it could have been bots. I don't fucking know.
But if they're for store pickup, they couldn't have been.
I don't know, man. It's weird. How in the first minute in the city we live in, bumfuck fucking nowhere with
town cities.
whatever.
No, I'm just saying to put
Well,
it out
it's
there
gotta
like it's
be-
not that popping.
See,
But
dude, they need to have physical. Like, you got to come and buy it.
I mean,
I
you
think
had
they have to have both.
No, you had to go pick it up. You had to do.
yeah, but
in-store
he's saying
pickup.
when you do something like that, people can just camp and it's whoever's lucky. If you are doing an in-store pickup, you can get there 12 hours early if you really want to and
Yeah.
camp and wait, right? Like that's
Yeah.
at least an option. With the PlayStation 5, our stepdad got one because he went to Walmart and sat there for 5 hours waiting for the truck to show up and get a PlayStation 5 off it. And he was he said second in line and there was only 3 on the truck or whatever, right? Like that
Yeah.
type of thing. If he tried to order it online as soon as they restocked, he probably would have been screwed.
I just don't understand. Like, I understand the scarcity because of the pandemic, but even this far out, like, where there's still, you can't, like, if you tried to buy one right now, you would have to pay super premium,
Yeah, I mean,
or
yeah.
like from somebody who's reselling, or you just have to hope that you get lucky.
Well, I will.
That
Go ahead.
sucks.
Go ahead.
The PlayStations, yeah. I mean, I want to talk a bit about the cards thing being that's a worse situation, I feel like. But the PlayStations, yeah, it's ridiculous. And one thing I do like that Newegg did it, and this is what they do in other countries. I know Japan does this a lot, where they do raffles for stuff like a PlayStation 5 or whatever. It's not first come first serve. It's you can get into a raffle for free, either
Yeah.
online or you go in the store and you wait in line to get a ticket, and then they draw whatever. And that way, it's more fair, and there's no pressure on either waiting in line for hours and hours or being, when it's sold out in a minute, it's not even first come. It's like literally if you have a faster internet or you click faster, if you're, say you have to enter your PIN, but someone has it set up so that it's a one-click buy, like there's shit like that yeah, you can optimize, but the way your internet even fucking loads, you could click at the same time as someone else, and it's just that type of thing.
It's true.
It's true. It's stupid that's how it is. I think the raffles should be more of a thing for stuff like that because
Yeah.
it's not fair. I mean, I haven't tried that many times to get the PlayStation because I kind of want to just not have to stress about it. And there's only like 2 games I want right now anyways, right? So
Yeah, but then we walk into fucking Target today, and what's sitting right there for
That's what it reminded me of.
you?
yeah, there was 2 for pickup, basically. Like people ordered them online, and I was like, no shit. I mean, it was right by the front, like I could just snatch it and run. But I was
Dude, what's fucked up is that they both went out the door at the same time. Like, I
Yes,
have
I
a
watched
fucking.
them go out the
I have a
door.
feeling that it was husband and wife bought both of them at the same time, and both said they're there for in-store pickup, and they're both in spot number 2. Like,
I just
how
feel
in
like
the fuck do those
yeah,
2 people showing up at the exact same time?
Yeah, but
for a
also
PlayStation.
the odds of 2 people getting them, if there were multiple people trying to buy them at once, 2 people in the same family or whatever. I mean, it's possible still, but you're
Yeah.
right. It sucks. I hope it was like 2 friends, 2 people that
Dude.
needed to. I mean, maybe the husband and wife are both trying
I
to
feel
play
like
games
everyone is
separately,
still
but-
scalping the shit out of those right now. So
Steve, this was you looking at those PS5 boxes.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, I was pretty sad because Sean made the comment. I haven't seen any
yeah.
in store in person other than our stepdad.
Yeah,
got
no,
one.
that was the first time I've seen one in person.
Yeah. No, we
I was
saw
like,
a picture
whoa.
of him with the box, so I knew, and I've seen unboxings of it on YouTube, so I knew
Yeah.
how big
Yeah.
the box was. But it's very big in person.
Oh, the
it's a
console's
huge fucking
massive.
box.
Yeah,
I just can't.
the console's
Can't
like
believe.
Yeah.
humongous.
Do either of you watch DIY Perks on YouTube?
Dude, I
No.
was literally just gonna fucking say that. Did you
Dude,
see his
the
brass?
PS5.
Dude, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah. So he does these really cool, like, I don't know, he just has an idea and does it. Like, he made a desk computer where it
I just
basically
wanted to hear that. It's so dope with the fucking echo.
he basically like took a desk and like put a computer inside of it,
Yep.
and then made a shelf above it with a monitor that would come down.
I did
Yeah.
watch part of that video.
That's a
with you.
little extra, but it's
That's
cool.
sick.
I think it's really cool stuff. Like,
Yeah,
he
it's
does
cool.
really cool things on YouTube, but he did take the shell of the PS5 off and put
Brass.
make it out of brass, and
That's
he was
wild.
like, this. He was like, it's not an easy project because of the curvature.
Yeah. Well, it's like Linus had the video where he got, was it a gold,
The gold
Xbox,
Xbox
controller?
controller.
It
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
Yeah, he
Like
made a
true gold.
solid gold Xbox 360.
I think I saw the thumbnail.
Xbox One controller.
Did he have it like molded or like poured?
Yeah, so they basically made a mold of the 360 controller, or sorry, not 360,
Of the shell,
Xbox One.
Xbox One controller.
buttons and all.
Yeah, I mean it was a functioning controller.
I mean, they
It's
took
like
out the insides and
yeah.
Yeah.
They were like the reception kind of sucks because you're putting it through metal, right?
Yeah.
Kind of ass. But yeah, that was a really cool project they did, and I mean it looked fucking awesome. They all had to wear white gloves because the minute you touch it with your fingers, it's not like pristine gold anymore. It was like a solid fucking piece of gold.
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
Here's the reason I say that, but why I think it's extra, because the
It
channel
is.
is called "Do It Yourself Perks."
Yeah.
You're not
But so-
ever gonna do that
no,
yourself.
okay, so
Well,
I will
I
say
mean-
that he does
He does things
that
DIY.
are he will show you like, hey, you have a broken laptop, the screen still works, make a portable monitor out of
Yes.
it. Like
I-
a really
I
cool
agree.
idea.
but I think the point is also that you can do a lot. Maybe not the fucking brass, whatever, but like building that desk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not impossible for someone to do on their own.
It's not impossible, but it is
He-
a shit ton of
He
work.
Well,
does
yeah,
also
but-
put plans up. Like he
Yeah.
has said, like, if you
Yeah.
want what I did 100% of the way, like here's
I
But
think
that's
it's a
also not
Patreon.
something you're gonna
Yeah.
go and like buy at a store. So he's saying if you want something cool like this, here's how you do it. And he walks through showing that. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of work, but so is
Yeah.
any like big.
he did show like
Yeah.
how to make like, you know, most mice come with a USB 2.0 adapter. He was like, here's how you can make it a USB-C adapter, and like
Yeah.
took it all apart and made a USB-C
that's cool.
device
That was
out
a
of
cool
it.
video.
Yeah, and so I mean, I think he does some really cool stuff. I do agree that no one outside of him is probably going to make a brass PS5, but yeah, I mean, you could do that, right? It is. He shows you like,
Yeah.
he's like, this was fucking hard.
Yeah,
and-
and I appreciate him saying that, because like it is like I agree. Most of his, or at least some of his videos have like, oh, I could if I really put my head to it, like down to the grindstone, I could probably
Yeah.
do this. But there are some videos like this, like where it's like, okay, man, this isn't DIY. This is for views. I get it. It's cool, but it's for views.
he's doing it
yeah,
himself.
I mean-
nobody else is doing it.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean-
he's doing it for himself. It's
It's
DIH.
cool. though.
Welcome back.
All right, welcome back. Sorry, I was fucking with the cameras. But see, now we can see. Do you want to see yourself?
I mean, I can see kind of. There.
Okay.
It's fine.
I just want to make sure,
Dude,
like,
I'm like this.
I don't need to
fucking
see my
big.
dumb ass.
I'm this big on the
Yeah.
screen.
I would do the same thing that he's doing with the mic. Like, do you see how I have it down here?
So I was doing that, but I was putting it straight at my
I know,
face.
I know it's weird, but
No, I
you
got
can
you,
see your
dude.
face better.
I'm gonna do it. It's all good, bro.
I don't know that I want anyone to see my fucking face.
Okay, well,
Don't worry about it.
well, there you go. All right, we're back in.
All right, welcome back.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, that sucks about the cards though. But
Yeah.
we
uh,
weren't
Shit's
even
fucked
talking
up.
about that anymore.
Yeah, I know, but it's still that sucks.
just like
I
completely
wanted to
going
say
way
one
back.
more time that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's tough. I will say though, I'm always surprised in Culpeper sometimes, like
Well,
small
just
town.
way to
But
dox us.
you already said it.
No, I said in the town we live in.
It's literally in
You
every
said
Instagram post.
you literally did say it though.
All right, well, I might have said it.
Mason,
Dude, we're
when you're
fucked.
when you're checking the
Anyways-
footage, cut Sean back in right there and where he says Culpeper.
I'll just
all
put this over him saying that. I'll just put that's where
Mason
we're
said it
from.
multiple times too.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fuck
man,
you. So anyways,
fuck you, dude.
when
fuck
you know
you,
like
dude.
Switches get sold out like crazy, the PlayStations and shit, like I'm always surprised when I went to the freaking shitty GameStop here for the one midnight release I went to for Sekiro. There was like a lot of people there, and I was surprised
Yeah.
because that's like, you know, those games are popular,
I-
but it's kind of niche. And I'm like, there's like, I waited in line.
I do
Oh,
think
really?
I do
Yeah.
think that it is a little bit of people from outside of our town. Like, I mean, Fredericksburg's not that far away, right?
I mean, they got like
We're
multiple game
doxing
stops
us
there.
again. Yeah, I mean they well maybe not anymore. When we went to Charlottesville, all the
I mean,
ones
they'd be
that
closing
are on,
them, dude.
yeah,
But I'm just saying that I
All
mean,
gone.
it's also a lot bigger than what we think. Like there's a lot of greater area that
yeah.
But
I
regardless-
just feel like the Animal Crossing population.
Animal Crossing blew up this year, dude. I mean,
ugh, it makes me sick.
It did. It absolutely did.
Makes me sick.
I was gonna say I
better-
have
better
I kind of have a
gatekeep that
story
game.
about like showing up and like waiting. I remember when one of the Modern Warfare games came out in high school. I don't remember which one it was, and I remember me and a couple of friends like went and actually tried to get it at midnight. And we were like actually like fourth or fifth in line. And we met up with another friend, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I just went to Sears, and there was no one there, so I just was the first one in line."
well, a lot of people don't think that those places will do midnight releases, but
Yeah,
there
it's-
are a lot
yeah, I mean,
more than you.
Wasn't Kohl's one of the places that was like selling? I don't remember if it
Probably.
was PlayStation 5 or Switch when it first launched, but They were like, "Yo, Kohl's has got them." Like,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
clothing department.
Or like Costco always has, that's where
Danielle
got
got
her Animal Crossing
Yeah.
Switch because
I went to Walmart in Warrenton for Sword and Shield, and I was the only one there, but I had to wait like 20 minutes for like some guy
Midnight
to
or-
like come out the back and be like, "Do you need help?" I was like, "Yeah, man. Like I've been standing here for a
Dude.
while," but I was the only one.
yeah.
But they had
I
a
mean-
small box. They maybe had
Yeah.
20 copies.
I don't know. I mean, the midnight release thing is funny because I feel like it's cool to do that, but not everyone even goes. And when you do, again, it's mostly like you think GameStop because
Well, yeah, and you can. It's less now because you can just buy it digitally.
yeah. But I just we don't have to talk about this all day, the midnight release thing. But in college, I went to get Super Smash Brothers 4 for the 3DS. I didn't have a Wii yet or Wii U at the time. I never got one. I had a friend that did, so he went to get it for the Wii U. But they had released a demo with like a couple characters that you could play. So everybody was waiting for the GameStop midnight release, and there was like a shit ton of people with their 3DSs playing the demo together because you
Yeah.
could battle, waiting for it to come out. And I thought that was pretty cool. But otherwise, it's like going to
Yeah.
get like Modern Warfare. You're all just sitting around like, yo, you like
Hey,
Call of
man.
Duty, bro? Like, mean-
it was packed. I remember it was really packed.
oh, COD is. I mean, it's still big, but especially back then, like
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
it
mean,
was insane.
this was the Xbox 360
Yeah.
COD days.
like Modern Warfare.
oh yeah, those games were crazy popular. Okay,
Anyways.
Happy slash.
what else we got?
I guess to like sidebar real quick, I want to talk about the Snyder Cut a little bit, not the movie itself, but I
Yeah.
watched it and I thought it was cool. I love DC and I enjoyed the movie. 4 hours is a lot, but I loved it. And I said before, tough time to sit through a theater showing of that probably,
Yeah.
but anyways, movie was good. I don't really want to talk about that, but I just think, I mean, isn't it cool that it happened? I mean, I feel like maybe you guys don't care as much about the movie, but the fact that people were like, release the Snyder Cut, and they're like, it doesn't exist, and then Warner Brothers got, I think, $50 million for him to finish like editing it and putting it together so that this could exist and put it on a streaming service like HBO Max, something where, like I said, you wouldn't want to show this in a theater. There's a reason, not only because people don't want to sit in it, but theaters don't show movies that long because the more they can show a movie, the more money they can get.
Yeah.
But the idea that people basically came together and demanded it, and it happened, and there's an opportunity for stuff like that, I think is super interesting.
Well, it's almost like it reminds me of kind of like the crowdfunding aspect.
Yeah, I get.
where
Yeah,
so many people pushed the envelope that the studio was like, these people want it, let's fucking do it. And that's what I asked you earlier. I was like, who greenlit this? Because like I feel like as the DC, they're thinking people want this. If we say yes to it, are we admitting that the original film is not good or was not good enough or as good as it could have been? And that's what I think about. Because I have a hard time feeling like big film like distributors, like big companies are going to admit fault, because partially they are, because I think this one is I think objectively better than the original.
yeah. I will ask. Do you know what happened for the original cut and how Whedon had to come on to?
Yeah. I don't know enough about it to
the-
say so.
The quick recap is basically that unfortunately, Zack Snyder's daughter took her own life. It was terrible, and he left. Obviously,
really?
yeah. So he stepped down and was like, I can't work on this. And I know there were some things people saying maybe Warner Brothers didn't treat him great, but regardless, he stepped down. They brought in Joss Whedon, who had done like Age of Ultron, and did he do the first Avengers? I don't.
I think so. Now, did he come on in the middle of production?
Yes. So
Oh,
then
okay.
he did some reshoots. That's the whole thing with like Henry Cavill had a mustache for Mission Impossible, and they had to CGI his mustache out
I
for
do remember
reshoots.
hearing about that.
And there's like a lot of humor. Like he did reshoots, and some of them were like, I know they said Zack Snyder cut some, like, he had multiple shots of scenes and he did them in different tones and things, but there was total like Marvel quippy dumb humor in the movie, and they made much less serious than Zack Snyder's takes. If you've seen Man of Steel or Batman vs Superman, like it was obvious this was a different feel, and the lighting was way different. He's always famous for his fucking washed out grays and shit like that, and it was
Yeah.
more bright like Avengers. So not only, I mean, it's not even like a director's cut. It's like, yeah, it's long as shit, so you could call it a director's cut, but it was what he wanted. There was a lot of stuff taken out, and they used the shots that fit the tone better of his universe than what Joss Whedon used. So that I think is interesting because, like you said, I mean, are they saying the original cut wasn't that good? I think it's more like we know what happened, and this is
Okay, see, that makes a lot more sense then with
Yeah.
that knowledge. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough because I remember hearing about that, and I was like, man, I hope the movie's is good because, I mean, the Avengers movies are good, but I didn't want the
they're-
same thing
yeah,
as Marvel.
they're a completely different.
Yeah.
Marvel is its own animal, and they have their own vibe. And DC is, I would say, inherently darker.
Yeah, I
than
mean
Marvel is.
the newer stuff they've tried, I feel like this, Aquaman and shit, are different. But anyways, I don't want to get in. I don't even want to talk that much about the actual movie itself. I just feel like we've gone into a little bit of this with like we didn't talk about it on Debuff, but
Yeah.
like the Sonic movie where the original fucking trailer of Sonic looking like a
Yes.
fucking demon, and the internet's like, don't do that. You fucked it up. And they're
Yeah.
like, okay, guys, we got this. We'll go fix it. And he
We'll go
looked
spend
good.
$50 million to redo
And
one character.
And I
throughout
liked
whole
the
movie.
Sonic movie, man. I thought it was good. you know?
Everybody that I talked to about it was like, "You should see it. Like, it's pretty good."
I mean, it wasn't like a great film. Like it wasn't like, oh, this is, but it was good. I had a good time. Me and Dylan watched
Yeah.
it. We were, laughing. It was,
I think that was a Twitter joke for a while. It was like the best movie of the year was Sonic or something like that
Yeah,
because
I mean-
nothing came out.
right. Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it was cool.
Can I ask you just like on the pod because we've had talks about it. Your thoughts on the 4-3 for Justice League before we
Oh,
go away from it?
yeah. I mean, I don't really care. I don't know. I feel
Did
like
it make any difference to you?
like I said, when you look at some of the side by side shots that you see from the original cut to Zack Snyder's released version on HBO Max, some of the same shots, they're very zoomed in the theatrical release.
Yeah.
And it looks a lot better when you can see more of it when it's like this much of Superman versus like a good bit of him in the shot doing an action scene or whatever.
Yeah.
I like that more. Did it need to be like that? No, for sure it didn't. Do I feel like maybe part of it also was like, well, we don't want to go through and figure out how to chop it up even more when they were just trying to release a version? Maybe that was the thing. They didn't want to deal with that. I don't know. I'm not a video editor. How difficult is that? Because you don't want, it's not always going to be the same. You might have to move it up and down. I don't fucking know.
Well,
but
the crazy thing is that we use a letterbox for these new cameras. We use 16:9. I used a 4K letterbox just because, to be honest with you, the super wide has some lens
edge
distortion on the
effects.
edge,
Yeah.
and I wanted to not make it look like a fucking GoPro, and so I did. This is
You're probably not going to see my hand over here.
sorry, I just want to get him more in frame. Well, the reason that I say that we use a 16:9 is
The
that
director's cut of
the Snyder's cut of
The
Debuff
Carlton cut, dude.
is what you can do because you cut off the top and bottom is that you're able to slide it up and down and reframe the shot.
Yeah.
And so with 4:3, he's using the entire frame.
Yeah.
But he can't reframe.
Yeah. I don't
we
know.
can
yeah.
reframe with 16:9.
I guess that's weird. I don't really know because, like I said, they just say at the beginning of the movie, it's like it's in 4:3 to preserve his vision, whatever. Like he shot the entire shot for a reason, and we said that apparently they use the 4:3 for IMAX, and they'll cut stuff, whatever. But I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think it made a difference. It is weird, but I feel like after a little bit, I didn't even think about it. And I, to be fair, do watch like some older anime and stuff is 4:3 that I
4:3.
watch, and I never really care, So I feel like I'm more used to that than maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really until the late 2000s that TVs started to be predominantly
Yeah.
16:9.
Right.
Dude,
And that's when TV changed.
I did not realize what IMAX aspect ratio was.
It is
Isn't it?
4:3, right?
No, it's
It's weird, yeah.
1.43 to 1.
Yeah, which is
It's
Okay,
basically
it's-
almost
almost
1
1
to
to
1.
1.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
closer. That's why they do 4:3 because
Which
it's almost
4:3 is still
Yeah.
almost 1 to 1. Dude, so I was
That's
talking.
so fucking weird, dude.
I was
I
ta-
don't know if I've ever seen an IMAX movie.
I mean, I think you have, but the screen is so fucking massive that you don't really even notice that it's.
They're pretty odd. I don't know if they're necessarily worth it all the time. But I talked to a
Not
buddy.
for the
I
upcharge.
talked to a visual effects guy about it because when I saw Maddie watching the Snyder cut and it was in 4:3. I mentioned, I was like, "Is this whole movie in 4:3?" And she was like, "Yeah." He reminded me. Did you guys ever see The Lighthouse?
I
With,
want to, but I
Pattinson
have
and
not.
Willem Dafoe.
I want to.
So that's shot on film cameras with film,
Film.
and that's 1.19 by 1 aspect ratio. Super weird. And then the only other film, to my knowledge, I'm probably wrong. If I'm wrong, roast me in the comments, please, because I know this is not the only film. But the film Ben-Hur, like old classic film, was shot in 2.76 by 1. So it's not out of the question to do something closer to 4:3, but like in this day and age, 16:9 is the standard.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we're getting into the realm of like there is no standard anymore because there are.
You're right.
There are like me and Steve both have a 21:9 monitor. We watch anything 16:9, just which is the standard. We have what is it? Letterboxing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, there's monitors that are like 43:9, right? Like
Yeah.
massive monitors, and you can watch it in 16:9 on like a small portion of your display. I don't know. I mean, I think that 16:9 will probably still be the standard for a while, but I mean, and it is weird to go back to 4:3 because
Yeah.
I mean, everything used to be 4:3. I mean, this display is 2:3 or 4:3. I can't
This is
remember.
4:3, right?
Yeah, no, there's letterboxing on
Yeah.
YouTube
I
videos.
think this is right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think yours is a 4:3.
And
I
I
think
like
the
it.
Pixel Book.
It's definitely
aspect.
not full 16:9.
Yeah, I mean, I get that there's a standard, but I was watching it on my
It's
TV,
three,
right?
It's
So
3:2 on ours.
Okay. Yeah.
I just feel like I really don't care, and I think if I didn't know going into it, I would have been like surprised because it tells you like it's
Yeah.
not like it's
Yeah.
a surprise. But if I didn't know going into it because I'd heard that's what it would be, I would have been like, okay, that's a little bit weird. But I mean, dude, I was just trying to see some Justice League. Like,
I want to say one last thing about it. Do you think that he had the circumstances been perfect, if he didn't have that tragedy, that the movie would have originally come out in 4:3?
No.
That's what I'm wondering.
No, for sure, no.
Fuck
See,
no.
okay, that's what I'm talking about. Why the fuck did he do it then?
I don't know, man. Again, I think I made the joke when I texted you guys when you asked about it, but I do kind of feel like he went through all this trouble to do this new cut, right? And they say let's preserve his vision, and they basically didn't cut anything of his original movie plans, and they even had some new shots.
They
and
left
stuff
in the mustache.
that was in the reshoots that Joss Whedon did. But so I'm just saying,
I don't know what
it's-
that means.
I said that Henry Cavill was in Mission Impossible and
He
he
had
had
a
a mustache,
mustache.
and they had to CGI it out for reshoots for
Ugh.
and it looks, you can look up pictures, it looks
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
That is
I-
really
I
funny
don't-
to think about Superman with the mustache.
Yeah.
That is really funny.
I mean,
But-
go ahead.
Just all I want to say is that I said it as a joke, but I do feel like they came this far and they used 4 hours of footage to make this movie to tell the story he wanted to tell, and he had footage in 4:3, and it wasn't like, they have to they edit the whole thing and then cut it, right? So in my mind, he's probably like, let's just give him the full thing. Let's not cut it out. Let's show the full shot. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Like, it doesn't take away anything because there's black bars on the side of my screen. It would take away more to cut off part of the shot and not let me see that
I
cool
get that.
segment of the action
I get
scene.
that. I think I don't know. It's a little bit weird to me, especially because it's a superhero film. When I think of 4:3, I think of art films. And
I get that.
maybe for Zack Snyder,
Dude,
this was
Zack
his
Snyder-
this was his art like project.
People
And
have
I
been
feel
joking that it is like an art house fucking film where
yeah, well,
it's-
4-3 is fucking art house.
Yeah.
Like straight up
I mean,
Lighthouse.
I don't want to be like that because I'm not shit, but I do feel like I've heard people talk about it in reviews that does feel like Zack Snyder, some of his stuff is a little bit fucking masturbatory. Like it's very much, I'm a great director. The slow-mo in the movie is very overused. Super cool sometimes, but like there's jokes about, there's a scene when fucking Barry Allen, every time he's like going super speed, right? The Flash, it's like slow-mo and stuff, but there's like a fucking dude trying to pick up his burger off the floor of his car, and you see like a burger seed like slow-mo going towards the camera.
This is real?
Yes. And I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing right here? But it's
Yeah.
because it's like,
Dude,
he's
it's
about to
odd.
cause a car crash trying to get his burger, and Barry like goes into the Speed Force and starts moving fast, so it's showing you that, oh, it's slowed down. But I'm like, dude, why are we doing this right now? Like, it's a fucking burger seed.
Like let's cut 10 minutes
Yes.
off this movie.
Yes, like some parts of it were very cool,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Some of it I was just like, probably didn't need this to be slow motion.
That's what I've been reading is like it's a slow-mo film.
It's the same thing in 300.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in Watchmen. Like it's very much every action scene
I love
is
slow-mo, dude. If we could
Yeah.
have slow-mo B-roll of this podcast, we would. But that's just like
Yeah.
like it's just not possible.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying is it's ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I'm saying I
It's
think
his
he
vision.
has his
It's his vision.
and it is
Good for him.
it is art house. Let's change the subject
Yeah,
unless you
thank
have
you.
something else to say, because
No.
I know you don't give a shit about this at all. But
Do you have something? I texted you guys something I wanted to talk
Yeah.
about really briefly.
Just
briefly.
now?
No.
You texted me something just
no,
now?
like I don't know, 20 minutes ago.
I don't know, dude. I just, don't give a shit about superheroes.
well, I didn't want to make it about the movie. I was trying to talk about like how I think this is very cool, right? Like that's what I'm more interested in. That
Yeah.
I'm happy it exists, right? That's even people that don't like the movie are like, this is cool that this is a thing.
Dude, fuck this screenshot you just sent me. I'm actually
Okay.
pissed off
Yeah,
now.
Okay,
Mason, you
so
mentioned this earlier.
I'm putting this up on screen now. It should flip up into the
Holy
frame.
fucking
Okay,
shit, dude.
so I saw this on Twitter. I don't know who posted it.
Yeah,
if I
this
can
is
figure
worse.
that out,
Worse than I thought.
I know. If I can figure it out, I'll put it on screen.
This just shouldn't be fucking legal.
I know. So for the listeners, we're looking at a screenshot of the top of the screenshot says MTV schedule of the week,
This is a lie.
125-21 to 131-21. So for the listeners, it is essentially covered in orange boxes. And Sean, do you want to tell them what is essentially, I would say, more than 80% of MTV's total programming?
Ridiculousness.
It's all ridiculous.
Dude, I honestly think this is fucking atrocious.
Dude,
This has to be fake.
when is the
hate-
last time you turned on MTV?
Number one, I don't have
Hey.
fucking cable anymore.
Yeah.
So, number two, Rob Dyrdek is a fucking piece of shit. Like, I hate him.
I think ridiculousness has its moments. I think
No.
it can be funny.
No.
No.
No,
First of all,
I'm
that,
just saying.
First of all, that
but
that
this-
format,
no,
that
this is
format is not
fucking
funny anymore,
ridiculous.
and he was the worst one when that was a funny
Yeah.
format.
I mean, if you want to talk about
Yeah.
that format, and I didn't like him at the time, Tosh.0 was the
Yeah.
standard.
Well, it was the soup.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
From E.
Yeah,
I didn't watch that.
that was what's his fuck, but yeah.
And then it was Tosh.0, which like kind of.
Yeah, he was the king though. Like that's what
Yeah.
I remember. It's like
I think he's still doing it.
I don't.
No, he's
Oh
not.
my
Yes.
god! Are you kidding
I'm
me?
pretty
No,
sure
no,
that
no,
like they had a new season like a few months ago. I swear to you.
Fuck off.
And then ridiculousness.
You're not wrong.
No,
Tony.
dude.
not
Final
wrong.
episode. Oh my god! Final episode was
I'm not wrong.
November 24th, 2020. Holy shit! That was
Yeah.
the final episode.
11 years. Dude, I do like Daniel Tosh. That show stopped being funny though, for sure. But
Yeah, I didn't.
It was
watch
just an asshole.
he is. But
Yeah, well, that's his shtick.
yeah, but his stand-up routine, it's funny because he's making jokes. Tosh.0 was literally finding clips. Like there were points where he was like
He was making
disabled
fun of people,
and
yes,
stuff.
with disabled people.
And there
Yeah.
again, I get it's the
he's had
shtick, but
problems.
when you make a single joke about it in a stand-up act, okay, when you find live footage of somebody on YouTube and but anyways,
I
let's
don't
not
know
get
that
into
either
that.
of those are okay, but we'll.
You got to be able to make
I
jokes about
digress.
everything. I'm just
Look,
saying. It's
what matters is that MTV's programming is almost fully ridiculousness. This has got to be some sort of fucking record. Like like what else is on there?
So
Yeah,
okay,
let me-
I will say the times do make a difference.
Oh,
It is 6 to 8:30 a.m. is ridiculousness on Monday. And then 9 to 8:30 are movies. It's Bad Boys, Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys, Bad Boys 2.
just replayed.
And then 9 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. is ridiculousness up until Tuesday at 12 o'clock in the afternoon is ridiculousness.
Okay,
So
I
hold on
just
a minute.
want to
Let
go
me-
to Saturday and Sunday.
No, let me.
Saturday
Can I
and
say
Sunday
one?
are
Can I
entirely-
say something
It's a
real quick
block.
though? Can I just Sean? The times make a difference. Yeah, if you work, you're getting home and you're watching like you know what I'm saying. Bad Boys 2, and
Yep.
then it's all ridiculousness
Yep.
on Monday. On Tuesday, maybe you're catching a little bit of Identity Thief, couple episodes of Teen Mom, ridiculousness, and then you're up late as fuck. You're watching Catfish. Like
I just
this is all
Okay, so the thing
ridiculousness
is-
for the normal person. Like
All right.
it is a straight orange
So
blob.
can I just say this for a second here? I didn't almost believe this for the screenshot.
yeah,
that
I
you
still
sent.
It's
almost don't.
fucking
I just went
real.
to mtv.com/tv-schedule/mtv, and it is 8 p.m. 50. This is today.
This is
52
Saturday.
52nd annual NAACP Image Awards.
Good.
8 o'clock. 10 o'clock, ridiculousness. 11 o'clock, Grown Ups 2. Sunday, 1:30 a.m. Ridiculousness. 2 a.m. ridiculousness. 2:30 a.m. ridiculousness. 3 a.m. ridiculousness.
Dude,
3:30
this is
a.m.
real.
ridiculousness.
Here's the thing.
Holy shit, dude.
No-
What the fuck? How much money is this dude making?
No fucking
Dude, so much
channel
from
should
syndication.
do this with any show, right?
What do they
I don't
have though?
I know. Oh, hold on. That's the other thing. Is like I remember in high school,
They
it
have
was like
Catfish.
they had Teen Mom, they had Catfish, which
It's
had
all the
some
way to
stuff here, but it's
10:30.
all this stuff.
Holy fucking
But-
shit.
But my problem is it's the same thing where this is a sign, guys. This is like we talk about G4, which
Yeah.
I know neither of you were like as maybe watch as much as I did,
Dude, their
but
website
liked
is
it.
fucking piece of shit.
towards the end, G4 was like basically all cops and cheaters. Like they ran reruns of X Play and
Yeah,
maybe
it's like
Attack the
Spike,
Show,
too.
but those died. Even Ninja Warrior was barely on, which people enjoyed, right? But it was like fucking cheaters and cops. I definitely remember in high school hanging out with my friends and we'd be flipping through and it was like, dude, put on Cops. Like it was funny to see, but it was like Cops wasn't even new episodes either. It was just reruns of these shows, and then they just fucking killed the whole channel.
Well, dude, it's just crazy. It's just crazy because I believe that MTV could have a resurgence if they would stop doing this shit. I don't know what they think that they're gonna like. Honestly,
but people don't watch that channel.
Dude,
for,
MTV was the shit in the 80s and 90s. Like,
yeah, but
you could not stop them.
that's because it was music television.
Yeah, but like, dude, I just think they could,
Dude.
They could act like the YouTube heavyweights, like Vice, like Munchies, like First
Eater.
We Feast,
or
like
Eater.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, like do cool interviews with up and coming artists. Like, get back, like, don't call yourself music television if you're gonna be
Sucking
3
Rob Dyrdek's
fucking
dick
blocks of almost 3 full days of
Dude,
ridiculousness.
so I mean, honestly, like I said, I didn't believe it was real. Tomorrow, 1:30 a.m. up until 11:30 p.m. It is entirely ridiculous,
dude,
I did not believe the screenshot.
That
for a
show
second.
is not,
It's not funny.
dude. All right,
It's
so
not funny.
can you tell me how many seasons there have been? Because like that's a really funny metric. Have you ever seen like how many seasons of like diners,
20.
drive-ins, and dives there
there's
are?
20
Jesus
seasons.
And,
of
like,
ridiculousness.
fucking Christ.
Or like
It's still ongoing.
guys grocery games. Like, dude, I think there's like 50 seasons of this shit.
Yeah,
or like
but, like-
Bobby Flay. Like,
It's like season 20, episode 30.
yeah, dude, it's like they're
Yeah, there's
premiered-
600 episodes.
That premiered today.
what diners,
29.
drive-ins, and dives?
No,
Ridiculousness,
29.
dude.
Oh, they're still making
Yes,
new ones.
that's what I was
Oh,
just
I
saying.
Dude, 28 and 29 came out. Oh, sorry, they come out tomorrow.
There are 628
They have
episodes
2 new
according
episodes
to Wikipedia.
tomorrow.
A day, dude. It appears a day.
Oh my god.
So look, I understand.
Who are they even bringing in?
they're they still
Jesus
got the same
fucking
squad that they
Christ.
watch this stuff with, and I get that there's a crowd for this, but it's all very much like epic fail. Like that's what his videos are. Is like people hitting their balls, and then he's slapping the ground laughing, and then the one girl's like laughing hysterically, and
That's
whoever
so
else
funny.
is there is just like, like that's all it is.
I saw a tweet a while back where it was her name is Chanel West Coast.
Yeah.
And it was like Rob Dyrdek like just moves and she like dies laughing. That's because she like laughs uncontrollably. Who were they even bringing on now?
Dude, I don't
know what you mean. Even
know.
did they were they bringing on guests? Is that what you're talking about?
mean,
Or-
Eric-
So what
so-
they do is they usually they'll bring on like a guest to be like, hey,
This
like
is
this guy's
embarrassing.
promoting a show or a movie or this.
oh,
or
I
an
don't
album.
know.
Season 20, episode 27, March 26, 2021. Eric Andre.
Yeah, Eric Andre's been on there once before that, at least.
And then
Does
it looks
Rob
like
Dyrdek even skate anymore?
who is so Chanel and Sterling CCL
Yeah, Chanel West
XXXVI.
Coast, and Sterling is the guy who's got the like the reverse. He's got like a thing that controls the video.
That's
Dude,
annoying.
Not that this is
Gabriel Iglesias a couple days ago, 21st.
I mean,
Jesus
look,
Christ,
we don't need to
dude.
spend any longer on it, but I just
This
like,
gives him.
well-
I feel like I'm actively getting brain damage. Like,
I know.
Can I ask a question? I know that this isn't like it's not that old or anything, but do you know how old Rob Dyrdek is?
fucking old
I
as
just
shit.
saw
Isn't he
dude.
like 50?
He's 46, and I'm like, how is he still laughing about YouTube videos and getting paid for it? Not that
Dude,
Daniel
he's
Tosh
ma-
is
dude,
young.
He's printing money.
Dude,
I'm just saying.
we should
Yeah,
we should just stop the Debuff podcast and start
Let's pitch a new show.
Ridiculousness too.
yeah, we should ridiculous
on MTV too.
We got a lot
Yeah.
of funny videos. and things that
ridiculousness
are.
0.0.
I mean, apparently 100 million
dude.
A year from this motherfucker on MTV.
In terms
fuck?
of fails, that was pretty epic.
yeah.
100 million a year.
100 million.
That's like got to be their whole budget, dude.
2020 Rob Dyrdek is worth $100 million.
Okay. I thought you were saying
The show.
that's what he was
or
making every
No.
year from them. Yeah. I mean, the thing is like he's the king of MTV.
You seen that picture of him with a t-shirt on and his fucking balls hanging out of the bottom of his shirt?
No.
No, we're gonna put that up on screen.
Yeah, we're not putting that up on the screen, dude. But
I have no idea
I've
what you're
not
talking
seen
about.
this.
Holy fucking shit! It is like the funniest picture.
Google, show me this guy's balls, please.
Dyrdek.
nice cock.
I don't
balls.
want to even know about any of this.
Dude, it's so fucking.
My
funny.
screen is viewable on the.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
All right,
send,
don't
I'm not
send
gonna.
it to
I'm
me.
just gonna fucking.
All right.
It's the funniest
all right.
fucking picture, dude.
Fuck this. What else do you guys got?
I mean, I have one other thing, unless you got something good.
there's something I want to talk about, but I got you first, so
Well, I got YouTube Premium this week.
yeah.
Oh my
After
God.
being essentially like a YouTube fiend
So-
for almost 10 years.
Yeah, let me just throw this out there that Sean and I, we had Google Music, like Google Play Music, which they're trying to kill and move to YouTube Music. Okay, but we pay for that as everybody else I know pays for like Spotify, right? Sean got me hooked on it, so give him the credit.
Uh-huh.
It was sick. You could upload your own music; it'd be in the same library as opposed to everything else having to use multiple apps or whatever.
Uh-huh.
YouTube Music not as cool. They separated it. Long story short, we were getting YouTube Premium for essentially free by paying for the
Yeah.
music service. So since Sean got me on it, I have not dealt with ads. And yeah, you can use ad blocker, but sometimes it gets around it. You got to find a new ad blocker or update, yada, yada. Not watching ads on YouTube is awesome. I'm hanging out with friends and they'll put on something and then I hit an ad because they're using their account. And I'm like, what are we? Like, you know, I'll go over to my friends and we play music through YouTube as like an easy way to stream to like a Chromecast or something. And as soon as somebody else adds something to the queue from their phone, we get an ad. And I'm like, just let me do it. Just tell me the song. I'll fuck up my fucking recommended just to not
I'll
see
ruin
ads.
my algorithm.
I'm like,
just
I don't.
to not watch an ad.
And it's crazy to me because out of the three of us, I watch the least YouTube. I do like some stuff, but it's mostly like gaming shit, some
Yeah.
podcasts, music videos. Well, maybe not music videos, but I look up music or whatever when I'm hanging. But y'all watch just YouTube almost like if you were just left alone, you almost wouldn't watch TV. You'd just watch YouTube all day, every day.
Here's the thing,
And
I'm not gonna look at that. He found the photo.
all right,
But
but Mason, it's crazy that you never even thought once that it was worth the money to not deal with it.
Let me start by saying this: I had good ad blockers on my desktop
Understood.
for a few solid years. I have a new ad blocker on, or I had one on here that would you could skip all the ads, but it would turn the screen white. I don't know if you ever saw those, but the thing is that I just didn't really. I guess I didn't think about it because I don't know. I just was like, it's $15 a month, I think, or 16.
It's not that much.
It's 16 for me.
Oh my god,
Dude, get
Is it
YouTube
really?
Music then. Isn't it cheaper to just do that? And
Yeah,
It's included, I think.
yeah. I think you do get it included. What is the price?
It's $16.
I think.
I'm
Oh
pretty
my
sure.
god, are you kidding? It's $11.99.
I think it's because it's through Apple.
I don't know.
I
if
don't know about
believe
that.
Okay,
You're doing it through your Apple, like your App Store.
After the 1 month free trial, YouTube Premium costs $11.99 per month.
All right,
For an extra $6, you can have as many as 5 family members.
Let me see.
did you pay for
purchases.
extra?
I pay for Lena to have. Why is that so much money?
I think it's because it goes to the App Store. I pay through the App Store.
Oh my fucking build through Apple.
Yeah, go on the fucking YouTube's website. And,
Yeah, dude, don't do that.
Well, I'm still on the free
All right.
trial.
But
Yeah,
don't
cancel
fucking,
it and then go to YouTube and
Look,
fucking
I
sign
don't
up for it.
fucking care.
Anyways,
Here's the thing. I didn't think about it, and it was one of those things where like you don't realize how much it's gonna add to your life not having to watch ads
Yeah.
until like you watch a ton and you're like, dude, I'm so fucking sick of seeing the same. I've seen this if you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs. I've heard that like no bullshit 100,000 fucking times.
Gang gang.
People watching this who don't have YouTube Premium are probably gonna lose it because I almost thought about putting it on the soundboard. That's how many times I've heard it because you can skip it at the 5 seconds. And he's like, if you I know the fucking words of the ad. They've been
Dude,
running
you're
it for like
giving me-
2 years.
You're giving me anxiety just thinking about it.
dude. If
like-
you vape, you could be inhaling
no,
toxic
so-
metals into your lungs.
I mean, I think that probably you
Ugh.
guys know more than probably anyone how much I fucking hate advertisements.
yeah,
Like,
me too.
Yeah, they're always
so-
targeted and they suck.
well, I mean, it's not even that. Like,
They're annoying,
They're
and I've never
annoying,
been like,
yeah.
yeah, let me buy that.
no, and I think we've had this conversation. Is it's like if I want a product, I'm gonna be if I'm thinking about something I should get, I'm thinking about it already, right? Like,
Yeah.
no advertisement is like, oh shit, I should buy that fucking onion slicer, like whatever the fuck the one use
yeah.
gadget is for the kitchen.
You're right.
So I'm already thinking I should look for something, or somebody says, "Hey, dude, I got this thing and it's really cool. Maybe you should get one." I mean, you can think about ads in a YouTube video. Like, I watch a lot of Pitmaster X. He's a really cool guy. If you haven't watched him, check him out. He does a lot of barbecue and fucking
What
smoking
does
shit.
he advertise in video?
He does not advertise anything.
He doesn't have in-video sponsors?
No, but he had in one episode that I watched the first time I saw it, he had the meter block. And I was like, what the
Oh,
fuck is
that's
that
right.
thing? He didn't say the name of it. He didn't say anything about it. I found it after the fact because I looked up wireless meat probe, right? So I was like, that's a really cool product. You could consider that technically advertising, even though he's not sponsored.
Yeah,
He's using a product in his video that I found appealing. I have a Pi hole in the house, which Raspberry Pi that's running software to block advertisements that I say to
At
block.
the root, yeah.
Yeah, so any request for an ad just goes straight to this and says you're not going anywhere. So it doesn't block anything over, as far as I'm aware, IPv6, so I can't block YouTube ads. But I mean,
Any spam, like pop-up shit.
yeah, all of that is like,
you can't even click on like the Google
yeah,
like
Google ad results.
advertisement when you search.
Oh,
something.
really?
Yeah, the
It-
top 3 results are always ads. You can't click those.
Oh,
Yeah,
the funny thing is usually the result after that is usually the same.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
but-
And so Danielle
yeah.
gets pretty fucking frustrated with me because she's like, dude, I can't fucking click the thing I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just scroll down a little bit more and you'll find it. Like, it. But
it's just the ones that were paid for, and then because they're the ones that you're actually looking
Yes.
for.
Dude, most ads don't work on people. Most of them don't.
No, so was it shit, who did that study? It was eBay, I think. eBay ad study.
Ads don't work.
I will say
Yes.
though, I've talked about. I understand the point is to get in your mind, and there
Did
are
we talk
some
about
things
this
like,
already on this podcast?
no,
I don't
but
think so.
just we've talked about this type of thing a lot together. But as much as the typical commercial ads and stuff do not work for me, and a lot of the sidebar ads and shit and bullshit ads that have nothing to do with me. But there is stuff like I've been buying a bunch of stuff, and it'll start showing up with things on my Instagram feed that are very similar to what I've been buying,
Yeah.
but they're more like targeted small shops that I wouldn't be able to find through Google. And
Yeah.
I do appreciate that a little bit, where there's been like a lot of cool posters and things that'll pop up on my shit. And I'm like, I don't know where you would find this artist otherwise. And a lot of times they also have an Instagram account, and that's why it's coming
Yeah, but
up.
they're paying to make those advertisements.
I know
right?
that.
Like,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that type of thing I can forgive a little bit, because I can also just fucking scroll by if I don't give a shit.
yeah.
To have to be forced to sit through a YouTube ad.
But have you ever bought anything from one of those ads
Yeah.
on Instagram? No. I mean, I've never.
I bought one thing and it showed up like 3 fucking months later. But I want to pose a question, because I have bought one thing through an in video sponsor, not a surface level ad. Couple years ago when we started Rixie, but even before we started Rixie, we needed a something called a DSP, which is essentially just a distributor. And Red Means Recording, somebody
Yeah.
that you showed me that channel.
Sick channel.
He did an in-video sponsor for DistroKid. I had never heard of DistroKid, and I realized that it was better than TuneCore. It was better than CD Baby. Those distributors, frankly, in my opinion, suck ass. And DistroKid, while it's not perfect, was running like a really good deal, and Rixie still uses DistroKid, but he had them do an ad.
Yeah.
And that was one of the few times that I said, holy shit, I need that.
Yeah.
I see Skillshare, I see Wix, I see Squarespace.
Dude, ButcherBox was killing
Yeah.
me for a long time.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, Loot Crate,
Fresh.
Loot Crate.
No, fucking.
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh. That's it.
Yeah.
I-
Blue
So
Apron.
I do want to just bring it back again to that eBay study. And I'm going to read one sentence from this HBR.org article. But overall, paid search turns out to be a very expensive way of attracting new business. The study's authors estimate that, at least in the short run, paid ads generate only about 25 cents in extra revenues for each dollar of ad expenditures.
You did tell me this. I don't know if it was on here, but yeah, you did tell me
Yeah.
that before. Yeah.
So eBay is basically completely cut out advertising, which is interesting to me. Like, there's very little.
they're also big enough though that they can do that.
Yes, I
Cut
agree
out,
with that.
like personal, like
When was the last time you saw an ad for eBay?
they did a couple, I think a year or two ago, and they looked like Amazon ads.
I'm sure,
But-
but that's a very like
Yeah.
you don't go to a website anymore and see, or maybe I'm not noticing them because I don't fucking have ads in my house.
Yeah.
It could be, but as far as I'm aware, they've kind of cut out spending money on ads, and I do hear what you're saying. They're big enough to do that. Amazon's probably large enough to do that as well. Google, also huge company, doesn't need to fucking spend money on ads.
And
Apple,
but they still do.
and
which is
Apple
crazy.
probably spends the most out of all of them
They
on
s- yeah,
advertisements.
but they make great ads. I mean,
And
like,
they do make good ads.
Fuck them, but they do make great ads.
We can get back on that topic.
Yeah, right.
As you go edit this on your fucking iMac.
on an iMac, iPhone, No, I mean,
I get it. I'm just saying. I think it's fair that companies have to do it to some extent, right? And like I said, some of these shops, I did buy some stuff, like some pins off of this shop I saw, because I'm like, yeah, sure, right? Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, but I've clicked on a number of them and haven't. But there's some cool ones I showed you earlier. I got the like Vaporwave merch store that
Yeah.
was like all this like Vaporwave merch that I'm like, that's cool. I don't know why this came up for me, but it's because there's some anime characters on it or something, right? Like,
Honestly, the best way that I've heard it described, advertisements, especially like Squarespace or HelloFresh or any of those that you see a lot, or like, for the love of God, Raycon. Whenever this channel blows up, like, we'll have
We'll
a
be like,
fucking
hey,
Raycon
dude,
ad.
hey, dude,
Like
I got these new fucking headphones.
like
They're very good.
they'll hit us up and they'll fucking tell us to do an ad. But the best way I've heard it
Raycon, you're
described-
great. Just give me some money. What?
Yeah, is the ad is not for you to say, I'm gonna go buy this right now.
No,
it's
so
for
it's in your head.
when you let's say you see a Toyota ad and it's like the 2021 Toyota Camry or whatever it is. When you go to buy a car, you will have seen that ad 6, 7, 8 times probably, and it's going to be in your mind. And so when, like, for example, when I went to start a website for any company that I'm working with, I'm the first thing I'm thinking about is Squarespace. And that's
Yeah.
partially because I've seen a million fucking
Yeah.
ads.
Yeah, I mean,
the-
I kind of recommended that to what's her name, Hannah. She was like, "What when I was talking to her on the phone,
Yeah.
she was like, "Hey, do you do websites?" And I was like, "Fuck, I'm
Yeah,
an
no.
idiot. No, I don't do that. Like, fuck no, I don't do that." And she was like, "Do you know anywhere I could anyone who you can set up a website for us?" And I was like, "I mean, there's Squarespace." And
yeah,
I mean,
she was searching web designers.
and I mean, I get it. It's a very the term is called WYSIWYG, and it's what you see is what you get, is what the term is. And yeah, I mean, it's very WYSIWYGgy, if you want to say it that way. But I mean, if you don't have a web developer, it's a very easy way to set up a website, which I do appreciate. Like, that's a hard fucking thing to do. You can
In a
get a
couple
domain
hours,
and
yeah.
a website through them
Yep.
and be done.
Yeah.
Well,
You're right.
Cool idea, but
One thing I always go to with what you're saying is it's to keep it in your mind, right? If I ever decide that I want to do my taxes not on TurboTax, if I want to go somewhere, I can't name anywhere other than H&R Block to go and do my taxes.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. but-
That's the fucking point.
right. And I get that. I do
Yeah.
understand that, but it's just annoying because I've never
yeah, I just
cared for these ads. And when it's a product, it's more annoying because it's like, how many fucking Dyson commercials?
we got-
we have a Dyson, okay, but that's
we
because
got Liberty Tax like right there by Dunkin'
I
Donuts,
don't know.
dude.
I haven't seen enough ads by that.
Well, so here's the thing. The crazy thing about being off of YouTube Premium for so long is that you can tell the demo of the video by the ads that start the video. And this is subconsciously. Like, you don't think about it when you see the ad, but like if you watch a video that, like, for example, not that I'm saying that I would watch it, but like, you know, some sort of like really childish, like GTA 5 Let's Play, like you're gonna get like a fucking Beyblades ad,
Right, but it's the
before it,
it's-
or like you're gonna get
got the Beyblades. over.
like
We need to rip those, dude.
like you're gonna get something that's for somebody who's under the age of 12.
Yeah, but that's the same as what TV does, right? And so it makes
Yeah,
sense. But you're right
but
that if you have the ads, you
they're
know, like,
hyper targeted.
you're like, okay,
with
so this
YouTube.
is going to be a pretty, low maturity video or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
I do want to also comment that I totally understand why you would go so long without it if you don't care to just pay the money. But
$100 and something $25 a year or something.
I just got to a point without cable and YouTube Premium. Like, I hate seeing ads. I only purchased
hate it.
Crunchyroll Premium because same thing. I was tired of fucking seeing the same ad 4 times in an episode. I'm like,
Yeah, dude, that's what happened with us in Hulu because we were watching what's the name of that fucking show?
Handmaid's Tale.
No,
Oh.
Canadians.
oh,
Letterkenny.
fucking
Letterkenny,
yeah.
dude. That show's fucking hilarious. Check it out. But yeah, it was the same 4 ads every episode, and they're 20-minute episodes, and you'd see 2 of the
Yeah.
same
Dude,
ad.
it
Dude,
gets
I
so
can't.
old.
I can't even think about watching cable TV with these 25-minute episodes, 5 minutes of, opening and end credits, 20 minutes, and then it's every 5 minutes you get a fucking commercial
Yeah.
like that.
Well, I do want to ask this. When did they start YouTube Premium so that you could actually remove all ads?
YouTube Red.
I remember
launched-
YouTube Red.
That was what it was. YouTube
Originally
Red
was-
was
yeah.
October 2015.
Okay, so if I've been using it avidly for 10 years, for the first 5 years it wasn't even an option.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And so when you're 5 years into doing something, you don't really think about changing it.
Except for it's a better change. You know?
It's a better change, but you don't think about it
Yeah.
because I was like, I don't give a fuck about YouTube
yeah,
Red.
and
And in 2015, I was
Ad
a
blocker
junior
was-
in college.
ad-
I didn't have
yeah.
any fucking money.
well, that was what I
You
was
know
going
what
to
I'm
say.
saying? Like-
One, the ad blockers were better then, and also two,
they were good, yeah.
well, for the YouTube ads now, sometimes it, anyways, I didn't get it until I graduated, and Sean was like, dude, get on Google Play Music, because I was using it. I just didn't pay because I'm not like the biggest music guy, right? So all my stuff was on there that I already owned and whatnot.
Yeah.
But anyways, I do understand, but dude, fuck ads and YouTube's ads. Nowadays, too, I said to Sean when we were watching YouTube the other day that like the in-video ads, I get why they do it. They're sponsored. They get more money a lot of times just to do
It's
that
direct,
than they will.
yeah, to the creator.
So that's sick, but it is very funny to me that without YouTube Premium, not only do you get regular ads, you get the in-video ads now too. So it's like so much fucking advertisement.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate that since they get to pick, they get to say yes to a sponsorship, right? A lot of channels do try to make it something relevant. Not always. Skillshare you'll see on any of these fuckers and stuff like that, but you do get to see things that are more targeted. I mean, sometimes it's a little bit much,
dude.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, when you watch some of these cooking channels, a lot of times they'll have things that are cooking relevant at least. It's not just Skillshare or Raycon. Sometimes they are.
Sam is straight up fucking Raycon.
Yeah, but
is he really?
Yeah,
I
he's
haven't
so
watched him in so long.
Fucking annoying.
I have seen one of his most recent, and I did see Raycon, and I'm like, dude, like, there's no way. Like, I hope please sponsor us, but like, they can't be that fucking good.
Well,
I've honestly been like, let me just try a pair.
But that's why the ads work.
Do you
Is
watch?
you're like,
no,
I
but do
know.
you watch Dank Pods?
No, I don't know who that
Dude,
is.
He does a bunch of iPod like video mods.
Is he Australian?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that
love
was
him.
his channel name.
I
He's
love
got the
him.
green.
he's a whack job, but he's funny.
very
He's crazy.
wild.
He's amazing, but he reviews headphones a lot of the times, and he was like, I bought the Raycons, and he's like, they're not that bad. There's a lot of bass. He's like, there's a lot of bass, and I don't love that about them, but they're a decent pair of headphones. Like, for the price, he says they're decent, but he also has like $1,000 fucking pairs of headphones.
If he's an iPod nerd, he's probably got some.
He's
nice
an
ones.
audiophile for sure.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So, anyway, I mean,
time
I think we're done.
Time to walk
we're
it
gonna
out.
get yelled out.
Yeah.
So
it's
time to walk out.
Thanks for
Slash.
watching this episode, listening. Again, if you're still listening, check out the YouTube vid. We got some sick cameras
come
now.
to the YouTube channel, please,
Mason's
please.
killing it with the editing, getting some clips up on there.
We
as
got
we say.
highlights. We got highlights.
Dude.
We got
it's
full
gonna
episodes.
Be sick. Yeah, we'll be back again.
If you want
like,
us to do a TikTok page, we'll do it. But you got to tell us. I really don't want to do TikTok.
yeah, I don't know that I want.
If at all
I don't want to
possible.
post any. We'll figure it out, but we'll be recording again in 48 hours. So hopefully we have some new ideas. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
See ya.
Debuff is hosted by me, Steve Skeels, edited and mixed by Mason Carlton. Follow us on Instagram at DebuffPod. That's Debuff, P-O-D. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.